More than half of Africa doesn't have access to any form of bank account. As a result, people hold and save everything in cash, which is frequently stolen, and the value of their savings is eroded by inflation. Also, it's very difficult to get the money into and out of many African countries. Because only about 40% of people have active internet access, they must rely on financial institutions to receive money from abroad. But there is a silent revolution which is creating an alternative. And a new form of money is resolving all of those issues. And it's known as Bitcoin. While you might know Bitcoin primarily as an investment tool, Bitcoin is actually used differently in Africa. Today is a very special day. I am in Mossel Bay and I'm gonna show you guys Bitcoin Ekasi, a South African education center, which gives children from underdeveloped areas the opportunity for education. The kids learn what Bitcoin is, how it works, and why it is so important.
About Bitcoin, I think Bitcoin can change a lot. For example, it changed my life because when I was just like living in a township and working for the Surfer Kids as a junior coach, like I was being paid in fiat, but then things changed and then I got paid in Bitcoin. Because sometimes my family used to take all my money in fiat, but then Herman decided to okay, we're gonna change things, and he created Bitcoin Ekasi, and we started getting paid in Bitcoin. So now what happens is that no one can take Bitcoin away from me, and I'm very happy about it. It's really good.
The kids learn from the very first step how Bitcoin works, which means they are being taught how they are able to send money across the world and own their first bank account. Those kids finally have access to services which they haven't been able to access for generations over generations. And this gives them a lot of hope.
Whoever is Satoshi Nakamoto, good job for making Bitcoin.
The next stop was right in the townships. The older students learn how to self-custody their Bitcoin. This is very, very important to ensure that you have a good system in place to back up your private keys. A lot of people are intimidated by the technical side of Bitcoin, but actually it's quite simple. 12 simple words can represent your access to your Bitcoin. And anybody who knows those words basically owns the Bitcoin. So the students learn how to use do-it-yourself steel devices to safely store these words. And as I said, this can be done in a very non-technical way. You basically just need some steel plates, letters, and a hammer. And there you have it. You successfully backed up your Bitcoin wallet.
Bitcoin is life!
Bitcoin is life, that's the way. But are you able to use it in your daily life? That's what I wanted to see next. I scanned it. So I have the sets here now. Gonna pay. I paid it and now I can get my stuff. As you can see, the community center is doing a tremendous job in helping the people to understand Bitcoin. But is this feasible for the rest of the country? This is Ricky. He's gonna tell us a little bit about the problems in South Africa.
Our government has followed policies for so long that are centralizing. So the decay of South Africa is kind of what you can expect to see in the rest of the world. So we're leading the trend. And what I mean by that is we don't even have electricity. We have this thing called load shedding.
Yo! So one thing about South Africa, which I didn't know and which is pretty fucked up, is that the power grid is fucked already. Every house which has not a generator is basically black right now.
But basically there's not enough power because the government has a monopoly on producing electricity.
Which means that if there's not enough energy available, they simply shut down whole parts of Cape Town. This is crazy, guys. I can't work, there's no internet, there's nothing. So I'm having issues using the internet in Cape Town. So how in the world should people without internet and without a smartphone use Bitcoin? There's one person who's trying to make that happen.
My name is Rotato Ngako and I'm a catalyst from South Africa. I'm working on a service that basically allows people without internet connected devices to send and receive Bitcoin. And yeah, so the project ultimately aims to give even people on such devices the ability to send and receive Bitcoin. The internet penetration levels in South Africa are sitting at 30% of the entire population with access to the internet.
Just so you guys understand what this guy is doing, right? You can send Bitcoin with your Nokia phone that he was just showing to another one. So you don't need a smartphone. It's the brick that you had a couple of years ago, this one. And this guy is implementing it. I'm bullish on doing that. Okay guys, today I am meeting a very, very special pleb. His name is Carol and I see him already. There he is. Hey man, how are you doing?
Good yourself.
Good to see you.
Likewise, welcome.
Where exactly are we here?
Yeah, we are at the headquarters of Picpay.
Okay.
It's the second largest retailer in Africa. My mission is very simple. It's to wire up South Africa to the Lightning Network. South Africa has always been at the kind of the forefront of Bitcoin adoption. And I feel like what we did previously was just get people onboarded, get people access to Bitcoin, get them to start stacking it. But I do believe we're now at the point where we need to start spending it as well. And I know the hardcore hodlers, they don't like that message. We need to start bootstrap these circular economies, which I believe is crucial for the long-term adoption and success of Bitcoin. So we had this opportunity to run a pilot with Picpay, and essentially it's paying with Lightning at the point of sale. This is straight. You go scan your item, the cashier says, okay, you can pay, and then you scan a QR code, which is a QR payment code. You pay with Lightning and you're free to leave with your goods.
And since November 2022, this is the reality. You're able to walk into a Pick and Pay store and pay your goods with Bitcoin. And all of the kids who learn about Bitcoin, all of the people who understand it, are now being able to use it in their daily life. This silent revolution is getting bigger every day. Many Africans now enjoy the benefits of using Bitcoin, such as accessible and easy payments, cheaper and faster money transfer, or simply as an investment. People also use Bitcoin to protect their money from painful effects of inflation, among other things. With all the projects you saw, Africa resembles this silent revolution, which gives the whole continent a hope for a better future.